Hello all, welcome back to my next episode of Live Guru Rates, and this is my YouTube channel Lifestyle Etiquette. I'm Juliana. Today we'll be talking about just the cross-cultural international business etiquette. So we are really focusing only on the cross-cultural etiquette in the business world. And imagine, which series will I take? Of course, Emily in Paris. So please join me to check certain scenes and then let's rate the cross-cultural business etiquette of Emily. Let's go, join me.
I'm so impressed with how much they've grown since they signed with Savoir, but I gotta tell you, the numbers on our end simply don't add up. Sylvie, Antoine Lambert is...
Yeah, that's very typical. That's a cliche. I mean, they are showing Emily in Paris is known for all the cliches people have about certain cultures, and sometimes they are true, sometimes they are not. So we have to be careful.
Savoir the same meager fee since the day he signed with us. I'm afraid he's taking advantage.
Well, we've had that deal with him for years.
So you're aware?
Yes, he had an arrangement with the previous owner,
In this scene, it's again about a long-term business relationship. And sometimes, keeping the relationship is more important than buying into, capitalist ideals. Growth by all means. And that's just too much of greediness. So Emily's boss is not seeing Sylvie's hesitation and also not sensing the hesitation of Sylvie to, renegotiate with their long-term client. She seems also not sensitive enough towards the French business etiquette, not at all. And there is a reason. There is a reason why they say relationships are the lifeblood of business, and you always harvest what you plant. So let's see how this will go.
Oh, perhaps no one's told you, but we don't talk business at parties in France.
But this party is business.
Well, Chérie, if our guest wants to talk, let her talk. How can we be of service?
I'll cut to the chase.
Yeah, again, Emily's boss from U.S. is obviously ignoring all cultural business cues and went on with sensitive business talks, I have to say. And this is at a social event, and the French call it après. Well, there is a reason why we also talk about après-ski. In this case, après working hours, although she's been warned of it.
When you have to know that you are severely underpaying us. I mean, Antoine, look around. Maison Leroy is expanding, and our fees need to mirror that growth. And we just can't afford to keep going this way.
Well, we have our reasons. I have a long-standing arrangement with Savoir. Maybe we should table this conversation for a more appropriate time and place. Why don't you contact my assistant, and we'll discuss everything. I promise.
She puts the clients in an awkward position, just watching the body language, but she's absolutely not aware of that. And especially in front of the client's wife, she's zero aware of the body language, not sensible at all. And you can see he took offense to it, and therefore the personal relationship was already tarnished. Yeah, she keeps on going, She went bragging down the door without knowing any of the backstory and without knowing also any of the history or context. And she has made herself look actually stupid. She brought herself and others in a very delicate situation. That's why the French also say très délicat. Well, let's see how it will go on.
Quel honneur. Je suis Madeleine Wheeler, Gilbert Group.
I'm sure you are. I'm firing Savoir.
What? I thought everything was okay. You came to the show.
Exactly. It's still a French house, even if this is an American company, but you can't plant it as one-to-one into another country. You really have to adapt to the culture, to the situation, to the business rules. And it's still a French house and French sensibility in every aspect. So you have to be aware of that. And speaking French doesn't make up for the lack of the cultural consideration. And she thinks, speaking some words is then good enough. Well, trying to function as you do in the US in different countries won't lead to success. We've seen this in politics, and often it doesn't lead to success. This is a lesson even politicians have made in the past. So, well, Emily's boss is just, she just translated unfiltered the American way of doing business and the American way of behaving in Paris. It backfired and completely failed. That's what we can see. Well, and I always say how you treat long-term partnerships seems to be very important, especially in France. And I think Sylvie wanted to make that clear, but well, you don't raise the fee for amicable ongoing business partners. You don't do that. And making business after working hours, it is a social event. Even though you think it is a business social event, it is a social event, and it's a faux pas for a French in Paris to talk about business. She did not tolerate cultural significances, and she did not tolerate cultural differences. That led to end the business relationship after the fashion show, as we can see. And her lack of international cultural business etiquette, well, I think can make or break a business deal. And in this case, she did zero research on the French business etiquette. And that's again this arrogance, coming from abroad, coming from US and thinking, well, that's the way we do things and you will have to do it the way we do it. It's still a French house.
Cadeau is a French fashion house. It needs a French sensibility to operate at its highest level. And judging by the look of things, that is no longer Savoir.
She completely lacked the so-called cultural IQ. I call it cultural IQ, namely, who in the world are you? Who in the world are they? And she completely lacked that IQ. So again, what I would advise, look around the world and you will really find different cultural etiquette and different business protocol in operation. And do your research. If you are in doubt, do your research. We have the technology for it. We have internet. We have everything outside there to use to learn, So next time, follow the behavior, gestures, and communication rules of the people in other countries, and your business will not be sabotaged, as in this case. But Emily in Paris is just, for me, the best example to showcase cross-cultural business etiquette and cross-cultural differences and where it can lead to. Yes, so how would I rate the business, let's say the cross-cultural business etiquette in Emily in Paris? In this case, I have to rate it a 5 out of 10, because we've seen an example of where things just went wrong. Everything just went down in terms of etiquette. But, well, in order not to be too harsh, I would say a 5. Well, I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and you could learn one or two things. I'll be happy if you take one thing with you that wasn't clear and new. And well, if you liked it, please don't forget to hit the button and subscribe in order not to miss out. Okay, thank you so much and see you soon. I appreciate for all those who stay till the end with me. Thank you.